Hello, lovely. Welcome. I'm going to bless and shuffle and we'll get started. Very curious about this energy. It's very strange. So let's see what we got. High Priestess, Ace of Cups. Being drawn to the moons in the sky. The pillars, the opposition. I think there's something that was revealed to them. Hold on. And this is strange, but I also see strange, but I see these looks of shock in the baby and the fish. What is the shock? What is going on here? It's like there's this recognition happening. Now we've got Two of Swords, and it's almost like it's above it. I didn't make a choice. I didn't make a decision. And I left you. See the twin flames? What is going on here? I mean, I know we're in the Two of Swords, but this is the Ace of Cups, and we still have this weird opposition energy. Two of Swords. This is all about your relationship, you guys. And now the Magician. That was 1 2 2 1 or something like that, right? Like 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1. As above, so below. The snake coming out of its skin. See, he's holding the wand, but he has the rest of the stuff on the table. Okay. My goodness gracious. The imagery in this reading is pretty wild to start. So Divine Masculine knows that there's something very important that must be done right now. They are like all over your energy. They're, I think, trying to make a choice because they recognize, I'm gonna be real, what I hear is high and dry. I left you high and dry. Or I left you out in the cold. Okay. They know that they've done this. And now, now you want to be the beacon of change and hope and new beginnings. And so we can see him with his wand. I think this is the physical. I think that Magician energy is the 5D. Now that's actually interesting because I often say the Seven of Wands is like the Fool card, very similar energy, like the energy right before the Fool. And that's strange to see this because that would mean we've now seen what? High Priestess, Magician, and this Fool energy. The Divine Masculine is on a new journey. So obsessively focused on feminine. I mean, it really does feel just this, it's thick, it's heavy. What are we missing? Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful. Divine Masculine really does seek to provide Divine Feminine with protection and with all that they have to offer. I think the issue is right now it isn't much. They're ready to build. They're ready to start. Okay, we're going to get some cards on the table because this is a weird energy. But first, let me trying to put the cards in a way I cannot see them. Yeah. Not the cards. These are runes, sorry. All right, now let me get some runes out really quick. Woo, that was fast, wasn't it? Divine Masculine, why are you so worried about Divine Feminine all of a sudden? What has happened in your life? And what is with that 2121? Does anybody get anything out of that? All right, so overall, whoa. This is weird because this is reminding me of the Priestess a little bit, but it's also reminding me of the Devil, of the Star. There's a lot in this. And to me, this says the Divine Masculine their beliefs is what got them here. The people that they've been hanging around with and sharing their energy with, getting their information from, that's how they ended up in this situation. But that's the situation that kept them from you. There is something happening in their life that is revealing the truth. It's like they can suddenly see that everything that they've ever believed was a lie or was a trick of the light or was a manipulation. Why are they just now getting this? And what does it have to do with divine feminine? Death. So, I mean, we've seen what, 4 out of the maybe 8 cards we've seen so far today? Major Arcana. High Priestess, Magician. I know we didn't see the Fool, but I felt him strong. Death and the Hierophant. What is going on here? The mask is off. It's making me look. I think this might be the same dude. I think this has seriously been a trap the whole time. Whatever they've been dealing with. See, he has this whip, and it's got the cat o' nine, right? Isn't that what that was called? Like the cat o' nine tails? Anyways, but then on his scythe, there is this hanging, and I'm thinking he used the whip to hold this together. It's like he goes back and forth. Even some priests, don't you see them having, is this bells? Isn't that a part of it? They would hang bells on the priest before they went in to do the sacrifice, just in case they were smited, so that they could pull them out of the Holy of Holies. I'm so sorry, but I'm seeing so much like religious visuals. I don't know what's going on here. It's not just because of the Hierophant though. Even before this, I'm just seeing a lot of what I believe, what I think, and what's being revealed to me. So, okay, DM, there is, I think, an overwhelming sense of I've got to get out of here. I've got to go another direction. I think this is why they are obsessively watching Divine Feminine right now. So, okay. What happened? That's the first thing I need to know. What happened to reveal all of this to Divine Masculine in the first place? Okay, so we've got Star of David and Page of Cups. And there is that symbol. So the guy drinking this cup is the same symbol. He's wearing the same symbol we saw on the Ace of Cups, where there was like a fish jumping out and the 2 flowers. And remember, I was like seeing all the twin flame stuff. And now in the background, we've got the 2 dolphins. So this, again, it's telling me this is all, and of course this image here, this is all about the twin flames kind of coming together. So what happened? What did they see? Now I'm being reminded of the look of shock from the previous energies. I think this is DM. This would be DF. Who is this? To me, this says this is Divine Masculine's 5D self. So 5D self has finally said, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm done. I don't want to be in that energy anymore. Full moon. I had this moment of recognition a while back, and ever since then, things have been very clear to me. I think Divine Masculine has been seeing a lot of signs and syncs about what this journey is meant to be to them. And they're really just now starting to understand it all. That's what happened. They got a message before. They got a message about you. They got clarity about the situation that they were in. But it's I think it's been in the last few days that they've really made sense of it. It was like they blacked out a little bit or something, and then you come to and you look around and you're like, uh-oh, I need to assess the situation. Something's wrong. So what happened is a major download came. It was so big that I think it took a few weeks, maybe let's say at least a week, but maybe 2 to 3 weeks for the DM to fully integrate it. And this may be where over the last week, they've been having a lot of nightmares. They've been having a lot of things come up that have been, I think, scaring them. I think really scaring them. Okay. So what happened? How do they feel? I have the hiccups. I don't know what happened. How do they feel about it? How weird, right? Weighing and measuring, not really sure which way to go. It's on their head, though. It's all they think about. And this to me has two meanings. So there's this protective energy to it, but for some reason it's making me think about this hand with the pentacle in it. And it's like, this is the hand with the pentacle in it. And there's something that says they don't know how to feel about it yet. Oh my gosh. But they just feel like they can't ignore it. And yet there's something in them that questions, is this even mine? And I think that's coming from the inability to really discern in the past. It's like now their discernment is all the way up high and they're questioning everything. But in the end, what I think is going to happen is they're going to feel like in the palm of their hand, as they really weigh and measure these things, they're going to feel this sense of truth here. And the second meaning that I get from this takes me back to the 10 of Pentacles. That if this is how it can feel to be in this state of confusion, where everything in your life is taking you in different directions and you're being lied to and you're being mistreated, they can only imagine, well, what does it feel like for my divine feminine? Is this really what it's like to feel like life is just out of our hands and that everything is out of whack? To me, this says there's been a lack of awareness for longer than we know. Leading up to this point, they really were just kind of doing their thing, just whatever. I don't think they understood what was at stake. I don't think they knew that there was some other being or essence or whatever, like guiding them in the wrong directions. Whereas Divine Feminine was more open and more willing to be vulnerable and real and to receive the downloads and work through them. And Divine Masculine was distracted. It wasn't until they were willing to really pay attention that they even knew that there was something to pay attention to, that suddenly it all started to come together. So what is it that they will deduce? What will they make sense of this situation and kind of come to terms with? Wow. 9 of Cups and the Moon. And there's the fish in the water. That if there is one thing they can get out of this holy truth, there's so much more. That's the illusion that's being broken. That's what's being revealed by the moon. That was the download in the first. Okay, I'm starting to get this. They got this message, and I think they asked for it. So that's the first of all. First of all, they asked for the message. They requested, you can kind of see similar images here. They requested this clarity because they knew something was wrong. But I don't think that they thought they were going to get this much information. And I don't think they thought it was going to be about any of the stuff that they got the information about. I think they were expecting something completely different because, again, they were living under this standard of false beliefs. Now, as it all starts to click, they've only drank 1 cup. There is so much more for them to get out of this. This is just the tip of the iceberg. The Page of Cups and the 9 of Cups, well, sorry, I'm really thinking about the moon, and I don't know why. I can barely see the 9 of Cups energy here. I see the moon so strong. These energies are very similar because they talk about kind of the things that come from beyond. And there's something here that says this is what they needed to figure out, was that there was an illusion over them, a darkness that didn't need to be present. A light had to come in, almost like a spotlight, because you can even see where the moon and the pentacle kind of come in at the same spot. And there's just like something about this that says suddenly they could see everything for what it was. And that's just one cup down. With one cup, they realized who you were, who they were, that they were in the wrong place, that they were being lied to from one cup. What else does this person have to gain as they continue to receive these downloads? What is the next cup this divine masculine is going to drink? Wow, there's the Fool. So I call that. So again, we really have seen everything, in the beginning, everything except for the Empress and the Emperor. That's interesting. And then death comes in, and the moon. Okay, but this is the Six of Pentacles and the Fool. The fresh start of what it would mean to be their true self, to step into their true nature. I mean, if you... Cups, Pentacles, Cups, Pentacles. This is about a process. This is about a divine flow. 1, 2, 69, or 6 and 9, 9 and 6. This is saying that in the end, the divine masculine is going to step into the proper role. But the first thing that they're going to learn is to give. So, okay, sorry. The next thing they're going to learn. The first thing that they learned is who they are. The next thing, you can actually see there's a pentacle on the bottom, but she's drinking. This is a cup. And as a matter of fact, as I say that, no, this is not a pentacle on the bottom, because here are the pentacles. This is the same symbol. So I believe that the second thing the divine masculine is going to do is actually going to be to come to the divine feminine and offer the cup. So divine feminine, the question is, what does your divine masculine believe is necessary for you to learn what they've learned? Well, we have to remember they don't know that you already know so much. They don't know what you know, really. And if they come in and they say to you, I want to talk to you about something, this might seem strange, but I think that we have a strange connection, or there's something more to who we are, or something like that. They're not just going to be speaking to your 3D self. This is going to be their inner masculine speaking to your inner feminine as much as they're speaking to your physical self. So this is the second cup on this traveling, I won't say traveling, but we're moving down the line of cup by cup by cup by cup by cup by cup. And I think the divine masculine says, look, I need my divine partner. So this obsessive kind of, it's like overly focused on divine feminine energy, I think is really just because that's the next step for them. And they're kind of trying to, I think I'll say, digest the first bit of information that they've got, right? They're integrating that right now and figuring out what it means. And once they do, the first thing they're going to do is go back with the pentacle, lay down their foundation, and then go get their divine feminine. And mind you, when we think about the 10 of cups, or the 10 of pentacles that we saw that as a part of laying that foundation, they believe they're meant to be your protector, your provider. And that isn't even a part of this first energy. So it's just like, oh my gosh, we've seen 1, we've seen 2, that leaves 7 more cups for this divine masculine and this divine feminine to experience together. This is why they're overly focused on you. This is why I think they're even feeling a bit possessive. Like, you know what? I always saw you as mine, but I never really understood why. And now that that's started to click for me, and what we really are with this yin and yang on his head, like now that this has really started to make sense for me, I'm realizing that this is why so many other parts of my life are not where they're supposed to be. And I have to go back to that fountain of wisdom, and then I need to share it with you. And then we've got things we're supposed to do together. So, what I would recommend to the collective here is look up the Seven of Cups. In fact, if you're open to it, again, you guys don't ever have to do this because I know sometimes downloads are just for us. But if you have anything that you feel you're meant to share with the collective, leave it in the comment section. Let me know what you think the Seven Cups kind of represents, because I know there's the card, the Seven of Cups, and I know the different meanings we can have for it. But this feels more like these individual situations and stories that are going to play out where the divine masculine goes from, what would that be, cup number 3 to cup number 7, or no, 9, cup number 3 to cup number 9, kind of building with the divine feminine. And it's like, what do you guys need to do to rebuild? What is happening between the two of you that is going to kind of expand your energies, but also merge them? There's this fission that must occur. I'm so curious. Okay, so okay, Grace. Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna be real with you. Ever since the 2-1-2-1, I have been like the whole reading. I think I even had like the hiccups. I felt dizzy at one point. I felt hot at one point. Then I felt cold. I feel all these different things. There is a lot happening right now. So I'm very curious to hear from you guys. You know, what is it that you think this represented in their lives? What is it? Was this actually representing or supposed to be the karmic energy? Or was this you? Like, what the heck is going on here? What is it that this previous energy was trying to stop your divine masculine from achieving? Because again, the moon kind of being in the same spot in these, it just makes me think they were trying to stop them from seeing something, and they finally took the cup. They finally were able to start to see the decisions that they had to make in their own life and weigh and measure them for themselves. They finally started to see that there was even more out there, because it's almost like for some reason they thought they only should take one of these cups. And I think there's a point where they're finally going to recognize that two are better than one, that you guys should be sharing energies. But I'm just like, yo, this is so much all at once, divine masculine. No wonder the only thing you can really do is focus on your divine feminine. What the f is going on? What's happens next for you? I'm just like, oh, I kind of want to do another reading, but nope. No, Grace. This is too much already. I feel like there's a bunch of different DM energies that have been coming up in the last month or so, and I need to explore all of them, and I can't do that every time I do one reading, because then I'm going to have readings that don't make any sense to other readings. So, okay, I'm going to come back to this. I think it might be good for us to look at the 9 cups here. I got to figure out how I can do that as a reading. I mean, obviously I could just lay cards out, but I think we need to look deeper at this. This has turned them to us. And I need to figure out why. If you have any insights, if there's anything going on in the astrology and you'd like to let me know, please do. But I'm going to get out of here and try to set something up to explore this. I'm kind of excited a little bit. Oh, all right, Grace. Don't forget your thingamabob here. Oh my gosh, you're going to break something. Okay. Hello. Whoa. I just realized that my screen is like frozen, you guys. I don't know if you can still hear me, but I'm gonna have to go because it's frozen and I don't know what's happening. All right, oh no. The time is still ticking, but something bad has happened. I don't know what's going on. I love you guys. But I have to go now because something crazy. See what I'm saying? This reading is just freaking crazy. I don't know what's happening. This reading's crazy. Don't forget to check out my website, thefierygrace.com. Y'all, my brain. There's too much. I gotta go. I kind of want to show you what I just saw, but I can't show it to you because the freaking thing is broken. I don't even know if this reading's gonna be viable now. Y'all, this is crazy. I love you. I'll talk to you.